Greetings, peace, love, and wellness, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sammarilee of Ready to Enlighten. And today we're going to do some stretching, some yoga, just to get ourselves back into our body in the present moment. This is always a great thing to do at the start of your day or at the end of your day. Either one, just some time, self-time for connecting with your body, connecting to yourself. Okay? So if you want to do practice with me today, grab your mat, a bolster, a blanket, a strap, anything to get yourself comfortable, and we'll get started. Also, if you would like to purchase any of my Reiki infused bracelets or necklaces, the link will be also in the description bar, as well as I create candles with Reiki infused, sound infused, 100% soy wax. So if that's something you're interested in, the link will be in the bio for that as well. So let's get ourselves comfortable in a seated position. You can have your legs crossed or straight out, whatever you choose. So we'll start off by taking some deep clearing breaths to get ourselves connected. So we'll take a deep inhale and exhale. Again, we'll take another deep inhale. Exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. And then last exhale, let's let that marinate. Now gently lean our head over to the right shoulder, stretching the neck on the left side, and slowly allow our head to roll forward towards the front. And allow our head to gently roll over onto the left shoulder, stretching on the right side of the neck. Then again, let it allow it to roll back over forward and over onto the right shoulder. And one more time, allowing our neck to roll forward and onto the left shoulder. And bring our head back to neutral. And here, we'll take a grab hold of our knees and gently begin to roll our shoulders back. This is my little kitty Furiosa. She likes chasing shadows, so if you see her, she's our protector. Just breathe in and out. Each roll, relaxing. And then let's go forward, rolling our shoulders forward, loosening our body. Take note of any feelings you have in your body, any stiffness in your shoulders. Each inhale, just take notice of it. And we'll release that. Now let's take our left hand. Bring the left hand, plant it down to the mat, fingers spread wide. And then take this right hand and lift it up above our head, stretching over onto the right side body, breathing, contracting on the left side body. And release this right hand down to the mat, fingers spread wide, allowing it to reach the ground. Taking his left hand up and over and reaching on the left side, on the right side, stretching the left side body, contracting the right side. Breathe. Again, releasing that left hand down to the mat, fingers spread wide, and allowing this right hand to come up and over. Breathe. If you want to go deeper on this stretch, allow yourself to come onto your elbow, onto that left side. Breathe. And release again. Bringing that right hand down, flatten it. Allow this left hand to come up over. And again, if you want to go deeper, come onto the elbow, onto the right side. Just breathe. Wherever you are, you're perfect. Just allow. And let's bring ourselves back to center. And we'll come on to our all fours. Hands flattened to the ground at the shoulders, knees about hip distance apart. Actually, let's spread our knees wide to each edge of the mat, bringing our feet together to touch. And go ahead and gently shift your weight towards your feet, bringing the butt to the feet and allowing our fingertips to stretch wide. Stretch forward and releasing our head to the mat. This is child's pose, breathing. This is a surrendering pose. This is also a great way to open the hips. And if you want to, just gently sway your shoulders gently from side to side. Breathing, releasing. Let go any clenching you have in the body. Just breathe. And let's stop the rocking if you were rocking and just sit here for a moment. Connecting to our breath, connecting to our body, stretching out the hips. And when you're ready, we'll come back up onto all fours, bringing our feet together about hip distance apart. Here we will do some cat-cow poses, some more connected to the spine. We'll have our fingers spread wide, and on an inhale, we'll create a dip in our back, reaching our head and neck towards the sky. And on the exhale, we'll push the mat away, creating an arch in our spine, pushing the mat away, releasing. And again, inhale, reaching our heads forward, dip in the back, shoulders back. Again, exhale, pushing the mat away. And feel free to go at your own pace here. Now let's come into a neutral spine. Here, we'll come onto our forearms. And we would bring our right foot back, stepping on the balls of our toes on the right side. Breathing. Creating an invisible line from the fingertips onto the toes, onto the right side. Just breathe here. And when you're ready, we'll shift the weight into our forearms and lift that right leg into the air. And we'll gently pulse up and down a couple times. Just breathing. And releasing that right leg back down to the knee. And we'll get the opposite side, taking that left foot, coming back onto the balls of our toes on the left side. Breathing. Imagine you are pushing that heel to the floor, but not. We're connecting, creating that invisible line from our fingertips to our toes. Breathe. Connecting to the abs, connecting to our core. And when you're ready, we'll shift the weight into our forearms, lifting that left leg into the air, and again, gently pulsing on that left side. And releasing that left knee back down to the floor. Now we'll come back up onto all fours. And here, this is where a strap may come into use. But I'll show you how to do it without a strap. So we will keep our right hand planted and our left knee planted. We'll extend this right knee into the air and take this left hand and reach back for that right foot and do a stretch. Stretching up into the air, breathing. Again, we're connecting with our core, connecting with our balance, connecting in the hamstrings. Just breathe here and release. And we'll get the opposite side. We'll keep that left hand planted, bring up that left foot, knee, and right hand, taking a hold of it. And stretch. And if you cannot reach your foot, feel free to grab a strap. If you have a strap, you will create a loop in the strap, put your foot on it, and just grab a hold to wherever you can reach at. And it's giving us a stretch in our hamstrings, stretching in our spine. And if you do not have a strap, you can use a belt or anything, a shirt. Yoga is about inclusion for everyone. There's a prop that could be used. So again, let's get the opposite side, keeping that right hand planted and lifting up that right leg and left hand to grab a hold of that right foot and extend up. Breathe. And release. And one more time on the opposite side, keeping that left hand planted, bringing up that left foot and right hand. And release. Now let's go back into that child's pose, keeping our feet, knees spread wide, feet together to touch, and sitting back, allowing ourselves to lower ourselves to the floor, stretching our hands wide. Breathe here. Two more breaths. And then come back up on all fours. Plant our hands both sides to the ground. Come on to the tippy toes or the balls of our feet. And shift the weight in our hips up into the air off our knees, turning ourselves into an upside down V, which is also called downward dog. Breathe here. Keeping our back flat to the floor, flat, feet planted. And if you cannot let your feet completely touch the ground, you can come onto your tippy toes. Just breathe. And feel free to walk your legs out here as well. And let's release the walking. Keep ourselves here. Breathe. Two more breaths. And let's gently walk our hands back towards our feet. Keeping ourselves folded here. Come up halfway. Bring your hands to your shin. Lift up. Look forward at a flat back. Exhale. Bring our hands back down to the floor. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale, lifting our hands from the hip, rise up towards the sky, bringing our hands above us, and create a small back bend here. And Exhale, releasing both hands down on your side. And then let's walk up to the top of the mat. We'll go into Tadasana, which is mountain pose. We'll keep both feet planted to the ground, all four corners of the feet to the mat, arms out to the side where you have space in the arms. Fingers spread wide, shoulder back. Really rooted in where we are standing here. Knowing that our body is strong and healthy, keeping us erected, keeping us lively, keeping us alive each day. And this is what we give gratitude for, our strong and healthy body that we are in at this moment. Now let's take our right foot and bring it back. Create it perpendicular to the mat. This one be forward. And let's extend our hands up, reaching through the fingertips, arms stretched wide up, fingers spread wide. And this is warrior one pose. Then we extend our gaze sideways, opening up through the chest, bending more in our knees for warrior two pose. Breathe. Now we're going to take this left hand and allow it to reach the floor right next to our left foot, keeping his right hand extended into the air. Breathe. Now we're going to take this right hand and bring it down to meet the left. Coming onto the tippy toes of the balls of our right foot. Take this left hand and imagine you have an imaginary bow. Allow this left hand to be pulled up and pulled out and twist open up into the air, looking at that left hand, stretching in our back, stretching in our shoulders. Now let's bring that left hand back down to the opposite side of that left foot and step that right foot up to meet the left and roll ourselves up vertebrae by vertebrae so we can get the opposite side. We'll extend this left leg back, perpendicular to the mat, a slight bend in that right knee, and extend our hands up, reaching through the fingertips, shoulders back. Inhaling strong in this warrior pose. Allow the breath to flow from the top of your crown all the way down to your strong feet. Breathe. Notice any feelings and sensations you feel in your body. Then we'll turn our arms sideways to warrior two, opening in the chest, opening and strengthening the arms, and more bend in the knee. Breathe. Now we allow this right hand to go onto the floor next to that right foot, extending this left hand up into the air. Breathe. Then bring this left hand down to meet the right, coming onto the balls of our toes on the left, and allowing this right hand stretch up and twist open. Breathing. Then drop this right hand on opposite side of that right foot, stepping that left foot up, and slowly rolling ourselves up, vertebrae by vertebrae, till we reach the top, and then roll our shoulders back. Now we're going to extend our hands up into the air. Exhale, we're going to fold forward, dive down towards the floor. We'll come up halfway, look forward again. Exhale, bring our hands back down, flat to the floor. Slowly walk our legs back into that downward dog again. Breathing. Walking our legs out. Here, we'll keep our hands planted firmly to the floor, extending, keeping that left leg on the ground, extend that right leg into the air. Then bring that right leg to the chest, right knee to the chest, and release it to the floor. And as you release that right knee to the floor, extend this left leg back as much as you can as we go into pigeon pose. Opening up, this is a hip opener. So extend your leg back as much as you can. Walk yourself back. Again, there shouldn't be any pain. If you feel any pain and discomfort, do not stay in this pose. You can just come into a seated pose. Here, just stretch and breathe. If you want to take this pose a little deeper, we'll extend our hands up into the air for flying pigeon. Breathe. And release our hands to the floor. Now we'll gently walk both hands onto the inner left side, twisting open a little more on the back. And walk ourselves back forward. And gently, let's walk ourselves down to rest our head onto the mat in resting pigeon. And when you're ready, let's plant both hands down to the floor to give ourselves leverage to untuck our foot on that left side and extend this right leg back. And we're back into that downward dog. Just walk that out. Breathing. And we'll get ready to get the opposite side. Keep that right foot planted. Extend that left leg into the air. And bring that left knee to the chest and release it down. And again, walking that right leg back as far as you can. Walking ourselves back. Breathing here. And again, if you want to take that pose deeper, go ahead and extend your hands up into the air. And release our hands down. Just to walk ourselves in on the right side, twisting in the back. And walk ourselves forward and rock ourselves down to a resting pigeon on the left side. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's put both hands planted back to the ground. Untuck that toe on the right side. Extend your foot back. In that downward dog again. Breathe. Walking ourselves out. Now when you're ready, go ahead and drop down to both knees. And then we will gently come up onto our knees. And we'll bring our hands to the smalls of our back. We're going to go into a camel pose. So keep our feet about hip distance apart. We'll go the first level camel pose and we'll put our hands on the small of our back. And when you're ready, gently lean back and push our hips forward, trusting our strong, healthy body will hold us up. Just gently relax your neck and just keep your hips pushed forward. Breathe. And when you're ready, come back up, tuck your chest, your neck into your chest, and allow yourself to go back into that resting child's pose. Knees spread wide, feet together, and stretch your hands out. And let's come back up. And we'll go into that pose again, but a little bit deeper. This time, we'll start off with our hands on the small of the back, pushing our hips forward. And if you want to go deeper, allow your hands to reach down to the heel of your foot. And push ourselves forward. Our hips forward again, touching the heels. Breathe. And when you're ready again, tuck your chin into your neck. And go back into that child's pose. Knees spread wide, feet together to touch, and releasing all of that pressure. And when you're ready, we'll come back up and come into a seated position this time. Legs straight out. And we'll begin to just press it towards us, press our feet towards us, and push it away. Just creating a little flexibility into the ankles and feet. Now we keep our legs and our feet in a neutral position and extend our hands up and reach for our feet. So if you want to fall at your shin, that is fine. If you can grab a hold of your toes, that is fine. If you can grab a hold of your feet, that is fine. Just breathe. You want to stretch from the spine, fold from the spine, breathe here. And we'll gently lift our chest up, head towards the sky, in front of you, the gaze in front of you. Breathe here. Now we'll take our left hand and bring it to our right toe, and then take our right hand and extend it open. Just a deep twist in our back. Then bring that right hand back. And taking that right hand and bring it to that left toe and twist open on the left side. And come back to center and release. Now let's bring this right foot close to our body. Take this right hand back for leverage. Fingers planted to the ground. The root of our body is on the ground. Extend this left hand up and across. And gently twist open. Twisting towards, like if you're looking at that right hand, right fingertips, just twisting open. This is good for connecting with your obliques, your abs. This is good for digestion. Good for also connecting in your spine. If you have any back injury, do not twist in this position. Gently go as far as your body feels comfortable. Again, yoga is not about pain. Yoga is actually a relief, a breath break practice to connect you to your oneness. And we'll release that. And again, let's get on the opposite side, that left hand towards us, right hand back for support. And we'll take our right hand and twist it across the left side of the foot, left foot. And just twist open, breathe. And when you're ready, we'll release that. Shake that out. And we'll come onto our back. And gently lay back and bring our knees close to our body. Gently rolling ourselves around. And then we'll allow ourselves to fall over on our knees, to fall over onto the left side. Bringing our right hand on the right thigh. Then allow this right hand to come up and across. And it's coming across. Watch it. Keep your eye gaze on it and allow it to fall over onto the right side. Try to keep your feet and legs at a 90-degree angle. And this just twist open. This is called a supine twist. And again, if you have a deep spinal issue, do not do this twist. Or a severe back issue, do not do this twist. Do only as comfortable as you feel in your body. It's about listening to your body, see what feels good to your body. And when you come back to center, bring our knees back to center, gently roll on our spine again, and allow our leg to fall over onto the right side this time. Bending again at the 90-degree angle, letting this left hand come up and across, watching it as it goes across, allowing our head to gaze with it, and twist open. Here we are winding down. Then let's bring ourselves back to center. Gently rolling our spine again. And allow ourselves to allow our feet straight out to get ready for the favorite yoga pose, which is Savasana, conscious resting. Here, this is when we allow the energy that we just worked up in this practice to marinate through the body, to activate and fluidly run. Here, we'll just surrender and allow our eyes to close and just rest. Feel free to stay in this position as long as you want. If you're ready to come out, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Wash your hands, rotate the wrists. Just to bring mobility back into the body, awareness into the body, awareness into the breath. Let's bring our knees to our chest again. And stretch them out opposite direction as if you're just stretching, waking up in the morning. And come into a seated position. At this time, I would like to bow and thank you for clicking on this video and sharing your practice with me today. If you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend. Until next time, peace, love, and